was shocked and emotional. What did Jungkook really say? BTS fans were shocked by an emotional moment involving two close friends, Jimin and Jungkook. This incident made the ARMY wonder, what really happened? What did Jungkook say that made Jimin look so surprised and carried away by emotions? Speculation stems from a video circulating on social media where Jimin is seen suddenly covering his face with his hands, as if surprised or even holding back tears. Jungkook, who was nearby, appeared to speak with a serious but sincere expression. Although the audio in the video was unclear, many soldiers tried to read their lips and guess the content of the conversation. Shortly after the video went viral, Weverse was flooded with questions from curious fans. Some speculated that Jungkook might reveal something deeply touching to Jimin, perhaps about their friendly relationship or even about the future of BTS. This suspicion grew stronger after Jimin uploaded a message on his personal account. There are things that are hard to put into words, but I'm grateful to have someone who understands without me having to say too much. Suddenly, the ARMY immediately linked it to the incident in the video. Meanwhile, Jungkook himself did not immediately comment on the situation. However, in a previous interview, he had mentioned that Jimin was one of the people who understood him the most. I can always talk about anything with him. Sometimes I don't need to say much. He already knows what I'm thinking, Jungkook said in the interview. Some ARMY speculated that this emotional moment may have occurred after they discussed BTS' future. Given that the members are currently serving in the military and there is no certainty about the group's comeback plans. There are also those who suspect that Jungkook may be expressing something about his feelings for Jimin, both as a friend and as a brother who have gone through so much together since his trainee days. Not only that, some fans who noticed their expressions in the video said that the moment was not sadness, but a mixture of surprise, emotion, and maybe pride. It could be that Jungkook said something that meant a lot to Jimin, like gratitude or appreciation for everything they've been through together. To be sure, this emotional interaction again proves how close the bond between Jimin and Jungkook is. They are not only colleagues, but also true friends who have grown and developed together for more than a decade. The ARMY can now only wait for clarification or perhaps further clues from both. Will Jungkook give any further explanation? Or will Jimin return to reveal something that can answer the curiosity of the fans? One thing is for sure, this moment once again shows how strong the friendship between BTS members is. And for ARMY, seeing meaningful interactions like this is just a reminder that their relationship is not just another idol group, but a family that supports each other every step of the way. Speculation among the ARMY grew wild after some fans began linking this incident to various past moments between Jungkook and Jimin. Some remember how Jimin once said in an interview that Jungkook is the hardest person to cry in front of others, but if he says something seriously, then it must come from the bottom of his heart. Some fans also found Jimin's expression similar to a moment where he once cried after receiving a letter from Jungkook in the early years of BTS. At the time, Jungkook wrote about how much he respected and admired Jimin, as well as expressing how Jimin had always been a figure he saw as a big brother and inspiration. Now, seeing Jimin's emotional expression in this new video, ARMY wonders, did Jungkook say something that touched his heart again? Not only that, some soldiers who tried to read Jungkook's lip movements in the video predicted that he was saying something like, "I'll always be here for you," or even something more personal. If that's the case, it's not just a statement, but an acknowledgement of a relationship that has endured more than a decade of obstacles, happiness, and even the biggest challenges of their careers. After this incident went viral, Korean media began to highlight the close relationship between Jungkook and Jimin. Some articles mention that BTS is not just an ordinary idol group, but a family that understands each other without even having to talk much. In a documentary a few years ago, Jimin once said that he often quarreled with Jungkook when they were trainees, but over time, they realized that they were the two people who could understand each other the most. Shortly after this video went viral, Jungkook finally appeared on the fan community platform and wrote something that made ARMY even more curious. Sometimes things are better perceived than explained. But I hope you know, I really appreciate everyone who is by my side. While not directly confirming what happened, this message seemed to prove that the emotional moment between her and Jimin had a deeper meaning than just a casual chat. Armies around the world began campaigning for the hashtags #JungkookForever and #BTSFamily on social media as a form of their support and love for the close relationship of BTS members. Many fans are hoping that this moment could be part of future BTS documentaries or even discussed in future interviews. Until now, neither Jimin nor Jungkook have given further statements on what exactly was said, but one thing is certain. This moment has left a deep impression on ARMY and further strengthened the emotional bond between BTS and its fans. Many believe that whatever Jungkook says to Jimin is not something negative, but rather something meaningful, perhaps a promise or confession, that they will always remember. ARMY can only wait, hoping that in the future, the two will share more stories about this moment and how they really felt at the time. As time went on, speculation regarding the emotional moment between Jungkook and Jimin continued to grow. Many of the ARMY attempted to link this incident to various clues that had previously appeared in Weverse, their live broadcasts and interviews. Some suspect that Jungkook might reveal something regarding BTS' future plans, while others believe that this is a private moment involving deep feelings between the two. A few days after this video went viral, Jimin finally uploaded a short message on social media, which actually made fans even more curious. He wrote, "A few words can change everything. Thank you for always being there." There is no further context in his post, but many believe that this is a direct response to what Jungkook said to him. Meanwhile, some ARMY members who have followed BTS's journey since their debut began reliving various moments when Jimin and Jungkook showed their emotional closeness. One of the most memorable is when Jimin cried while reading a letter from Jungkook in BTS's birthday celebration. At the time, Jungkook wrote that he had always admired Jimin not only as a group mate, but also as an older brother who always gave him strength. Many fans are now assuming that the recent emotional moment may be a continuation of their deep bond that has been established over the years. Perhaps Jungkook is again expressing his sincere feelings for Jimin, not just in the context of friendship, but also as part of a family that has gone through so much together. On the other hand, some observers of the K-pop industry began to highlight how the interaction between BTS members has always been a major highlight for fans around the world. Unlike most other idol groups, BTS is known for having a very strong bond, even outside of their work as artists. They not only work together on stage, but also share personal lives, support each other in joys and sorrows, and show that their relationship is much more than just professionalism. Another proof that this moment meant a lot to Jimin is how he looked more reflective in the days after the incident. In the live broadcast he did some time later, Jimin looked calmer than usual, but there was an emotional flash in his eyes when he talked about Jungkook. Although he did not directly mention what happened, the observant ARMY could sense that there was something very valuable they had shared in the conversation. Meanwhile, Jungkook remains in the habit of being a little secretive about emotional matters. However, in a subsequent Weverse post, she wrote, "I've always wanted to protect the people that matter to me. No matter what happens, I will always be there." This message further reinforces speculation that whatever he said to Jimin at the time was something truly important and meaningful.